The United States has imposed a 10% additional tariff on China, which has fired back with its own retaliatory tariffs, fueling concerns about a possible second U.S. China trade war. The White House says it's working behind the scenes to coordinate a phone call between the two leaders.
미국이 중국에 10% 추가 관세를 부과하고 중국이 이에 보복 관세로 대응하며 미중 2차 무역전쟁 우려가 커지고 있습니다. 백악관은 미중 정상 간 통화 일정을 조율 중이라고 밝혔습니다. Okay, so we did talk about this, about the tariffs on Mexico and China.
Yes.
And Canada. And apparently Mexico, Canada, they have 30 days.
Yes.
Until this goes into effect. But China, it is official.
Yes.
Right?
So this went into effect on the 4th at midnight U.S. time. So there was about, on average, a 20% tariff already. 네, 이미 평균 20% 정도의 관세에 섰는데 추가로 10% 더. So they're putting an additional 10% tariff on Chinese products.
Okay.
So, of course, China is not happy about this.
I'm sure. So I'm sure they're taking action as well.
Yes.
So what are they saying about it?
Well, they are firing back. They're getting their revenge, and they are putting in retaliatory measures. We talked about retaliatory.
Retaliate. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so it means to strike back, right? To make a counterattack. They will come into effect on the 10th. 10일에.
Okay.
So they will be targeting things like crude oil and coal, 원유, 그리고 석탄, as well as things like tungsten.
Tungsten.
광물
That's like
tungsten인데, yeah, we often use these for electronics and aerospace, so things like rocket ships,
Right.
뭐 전자나 우주 항공 핵심으로 쓰는 광물들. So this is something that the U.S. really depends on China for. We don't have other sources.
Got it.
The U.S. receives a lot of it from China. So if there are these sort of tariffs and export controls, this will definitely
Affect America
affect
as well.
America as well. Yeah.
It's a two-way street, isn't it?
Of course.
So in the headline, you said that a phone call between the two leaders are being coordinated. 협상 여지는 아직도 있는 거예요?
Yeah, so they're negotiating a negotiation.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Negotiating a negotiation. What does that mean?
Well, of course, in the end, the heads of state, of course, the chairman of China and the president of the U.S. will have to talk. But right now, other people kind of lower in the government are trying to get an appointment for a phone call.
Got it. Okay. So they're trying to get that phone call together. Okay. So there's an expression here. It says that the White House says it's working behind the scenes. If you work behind the scenes, it reminds me of movie making.
Ah, yes.
You know, kind of like what we see in the theater. All the work that was done to make the movie.
Yes, of course. Yeah, so if you think of a movie or a play, you have the actors on stage, but behind the scenes, 배경 뒤에,
right.
you have all the people like holding the props, doing the lights,
Right.
fixing the sound, looking at the microphones.
뭐 우리가 뮤지컬을 볼 때
Yes.
이 behind the scenes, 뭐 뒤에 무대 뒤에서 많은 일들이 있잖아요.
Yes.
Right? So it's something we cannot see.
Right. Work is going on, but you can't see it.
Right.
It's kind of secret. It's not like bad. It's
Yeah.
just something most people can't see.
Okay, so it's not public.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Let me read that again. The United States has imposed a 10% additional tariff on China, which has fired back with its own retaliatory tariffs, fueling concerns about a possible second U.S. China trade war. The White House says it's working behind the scenes to coordinate a phone call between the two leaders.